Good evening, all of you. I hope you can hear me well.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you. A warm welcome to all of you who have spent time to join our webinar. In fact, this is the third road show that we have been able to conduct in Oman in collaboration with PIM Sri Lanka. Now, just to there are a few points just to remind. I would appreciate if all of you can go on mute unless for the speaker. And also this session will be recorded. I hope you're okay with that. There is a separate session for question and answers. So you may please ask your questions from the panel members. In the meantime, if there are any other questions, you can use the chat box below and send your questions through, and I will pass it on to the panel member for the responses. In 2017, we started the first roadshow in Oman. That was the culmination of the PIM MBA. It was a great program altogether. And as of now, we have been able to join 2 batches to go through this PIM MBA program. It's time to hand over the baton to the next generation or to the next batch. And therefore, this third roadshow has been organized along with the PIM Sri Lanka. I would like to introduce the panel of members today who will be taking you through the MBA sessions or the roadshow. Introducing Dr. Senaka Kalumgamage, the Director, Postgraduate Institute of Management. Next, Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri, the former Director and the Chairman, Board of Management, Postgraduate Institute of Management, a person that is well known to all of us. Dr. Trevor Mendes, Head of Academic Affairs, Postgraduate Institute of Management, well known to us as well. Mr. Asanga Ranasinghe, the Executive Director, Diesel and Motor Engineering PLC, a person that we know very well, who have joined in Oman for a number of subjects during this program. And also we have the Senior Assistant Registrar, Mr. Jayant Ranapura, and the consultant of PIM, Mr. Jayant Nunhaller. So we have a resourceful webinar today. So please make use of it, and let's keep the PIM flag flying even higher in Oman. To proceed with the next steps, I would like to invite Mr. Hafiz Marikal, the President of the PIMA wing in Oman, to deliver the welcome address. Hafiz, over to you.
Thank you very much, Badula. Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yep, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. A very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that everyone is in a very cheerful mood after the famous nail-biting win yesterday against South Africa. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. And imagine that 2 years from now, you are at the convocation, receiving your graduation and feeling on top of the world. This was a famous quote which revolutionized the lives of 40 learning partners. And it was from none other than our beloved Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure as the President of the Postgraduate Institute of Management, Oman chapter, I warmly welcome our new director, Dr. Kalumgamage, while I thank our outgoing director, Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri. I cannot forget his tremendous effort to see PIM become a reality in Oman in 2017. I am sure our new director will continue the same glory, and rest assured that PIM Oman chapter will extend its fullest support. I would also like to welcome our newly appointed senior PIM staff member, Mr. Asanga Ranasinghe, who will add further vibrancy to the esteemed PIM faculty. A very warm welcome to Dr. Trevor Mendes, our head of academics, and we extend our warm welcome to the key pillars of PIM administrative body, Mr. Jayantha Ranapura, Senior Assistant Director of PIM, and Mr. Jayantha Nyunhalla, Consultant of PIM, famously known as the two Jayanthas. We also extend a warm welcome to all the PIMA members present here today, along with Mr. Ajanta Maduraperuma and Mr. and Mrs. Anslam Pereira, who has been anchors for the PIM Oman and ardent supporters till date. And finally, we welcome all our guests, all our learning partners and our prospective learning partners for today's special event. It has been 5 years since PIM has planted the seeds in Oman and gradually growing into a tree with almost 50 learning partners. One batch of alumni, another batch on the verge of completing the degree, and also we extend our wishes to the new batch, that is the third batch in Oman. With the challenge of a lesser Sri Lankan population, stricter rules, and strong Omanization drive, we were still able to gradually sustain the program throughout these years and fly the PIM flag high. My sincerest thanks to all who have helped to sustain this journey so far. I will end my speech with a famous quote from a former US President, Theodore Roosevelt. Far and away, the best prize that offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. Over to you, Bandula. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hafiz. Well, the PIM MBA is not only academic affair. It's about collaboration, it's about teamwork, it's about friendship, and it's about fun. You're about to watch a brief video from the history where our batch of 2017 has been through. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
මිතුරෙකු වාගේ ආදරේ තවකෙකු දේදු සංසාරේ ලංවෙලා හිත් හදනා පැහැදිලි අහසින් දලරැලි සයුරින් හෝ කරදර වටලා සුවය දෙනා හිතවත්කම් මනසත්කම් බබලනා සඳවත්තම් කරගෙනා චේතනා පැළඳගෙනා පැහැදිලි අහසින් දලරැලි සයුරින් හෝ කරදර වටලා සුවය දෙනා
But I hope you enjoyed that. That certainly took me far, far back to the years of 2017 when we enjoyed the time at PIM. He has served over 20 years of university level education management and has made a significant contribution towards academic affairs in both within and outside the University of Sri Javadhanapura and now with the PIM. My invitation now is to Dr. Senaka Karum Gamage to address us. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bandula. Thank you very much. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to all of you. And on behalf of the PIM, let me also warmly welcome all of you to this third roadshow program in Oman chapter. So I know it's a hard work of Oman chapter PIM members all together invited us also to join this event and to make clarifications and to answer all of your questions. So during the today's session, you will be able to get more clarification, more answers to your burning questions, whereby we have a very good faculty members joining with this panel, and you will be getting that opportunity today. So meantime, as you all know, we are the most sought after MBA program in Sri Lanka, attached to the largest university and also the most sought management education university, Sri Javadhanapura University, and it is a very good opportunity for all of you to join to the PIM and get the very good education in further improving your knowledge, skills, and abilities through this MBA program. I'm sure my faculty members, very experienced people, will convert you into the professional managers. And after completing this program, definitely you will be able to see you from different angles. So you will be differentiate yourself from the others. You will be able to do something differently than the others. So this particular program, we are the only government institutions offering the overseas MBA program in Sri Lanka. So, and also we are trying to give our maximum support to our learning partners and also to give the maximum benefits to them through this program. So today, I think we have a very good panel of members available here to give you more clarification about our program. So again, let me take this opportunity to thank the organizing committee and inviting us to be here as a panel members. And also we will wish all the learning partners who are willing to join MBA program of the PIM will able to get into that program during this year, and you will be able to finish your program within 2 years. So we are doing a lot of work with quality improvements. We are doing a lot of work with helping our students from the maximum level. So we are introducing new ways of education. We have the joint work between the PIM and also alumni members. We are now looking forward your senior members to be some of the consultants or the project supervisors to your own students. So that is a very good option, whereby the new learning partners will get their supervisors appointed from the same country, and they will be able to help them very well. So we are experimenting all these things, and I hope with my faculty members and having a very good staff available in the PIM, we will be able to take this forward. And meantime, with that note, let me take again, thank you all of you inviting us, and hope to see a very good session today evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gamage. He is a unique individual and has a rare combination of being a chartered manager, a chartered HR professional, and a chartered electrical engineer. As a talented individual, he has reached great heights, both within and outside of PIM. He is also my guru in management. So ladies and gentlemen, warmly welcome Professor Ajantha Dharmasiri. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bandula. Ayubowan, Vanakkam, Assalamu alaikum. A very good day to each and every one of you. In fact, it gives me immense pleasure to be with the people who were the pioneers in planting the PIM MBA in Omani soil. So I can see the real pillars of that success journey, Mr. Anselm Pereira, Mr. Ajantha Madhurapperuma, and all other well-wishers, of course, Mrs. Anselm Anselm Pereira as well. So they were also giving us the fullest support. So my task today is to share certain points, hopefully pertinent points through PowerPoint, in order to give what the nature and the features of PIM MBA. So permit me to share some slides. Right, here we go. Share sound. I hope all of you all can see my slides.
I can see. Thank you.
Okay, right. So it's a case of being brilliant as a PIM MBA. As our new director very correctly said, it is not just having an MBA, it's being brilliant as a PIM MBA. So the road ahead, I'm going to raise 4 questions and attempt to answer them collectively together. Who we are and what we do at PIM, where we want to be, and what we have got for you. I think the final question gives you the right answer to all the aspiring MBAs who are connected today. What we have got for you. So let me go one by one. So 35 plus years of existence, and we have produced 350 plus CEOs, the leaders of leading institutions, local and regional alike, and 3,500 plus senior managers and 35,000 plus inspired professionals. That's how we ignited human imagination. Every product in the world, every service in the world was someone's imagination some time ago. So we imagined, and this is the reality of how PIM has been contributing to the humanity in being a leader breeder to the society, being the nation's management mentor. And you are familiar with that success story. So who we are, established under the ordinance, the University Act in 78. As the director very correctly mentioned, we are part of the, in fact, we are largest among the higher education postgraduate institutes, and we are affiliated to the largest student-based university, that is University of Sri Jayawardhanapura. And we sing in our anthem, Jayawardhanapura Vidudaya Sarasavi Padma Tatake Vikasita Piyuma Obai. If Jayawardhanapura is the lotus pond, we are the blossomed lotus in that pond. That's how we like to identify ourselves. And only self-finance education entity. We don't take a single cent from the treasury for the past 20 years, neither for the recurrent expenditure, nor for the capital expenditure. We are 100% self-finance. And only ISO 9001-2015 certified state higher education entity and first Sri Lankan entity to obtain AACSB membership. So AACSB stands for Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business. So the accreditation process is in progress, which has helped us tremendously to improve our quality standards. And you can see some glimpses of pioneering pictures. Some of the people are no more, like late speaker Vijamu Lokubandara and founder director Professor Nanayakkara, who was pioneering in initiating. And this is the foundation plaque. And then we got Canadian assistance in launching the first ever MBA in Sri Lanka from the University of Brunswick and other Canadian universities to the Canadian aid scheme. And you can see some pioneers getting involved in designing and delivering that pioneering MBA in Sri Lanka. And our products, we have MBA, Master of Public Administration, which is our bread and butter, and MPA, Master of Public Administration, which targets for the public administrators. And then we have our flagship program, PhD, and also MBA in taxation and executive MBA, which is a shorter version for senior executives. And we have MBA in customs and international trade, which is tailored for the customs department of Sri Lanka. So this is the wide variety of programs we offer as an institution. And then we have whole range of programs, as I mentioned, that are on offer, and some recent activities. We have forged link with University of New South Wales, Australia. It is one of the top 6 universities in Australia. So we have collaborative research being done, and they offer us 3 scholarships for PhDs every year, no strings attached, fully paid scholarships. And reach peripheries through a blended learning platform. We are very happy that the program that we are offering you in a cost-effective manner, thanks to the technology available. And even amidst COVID-19 planetary pandemic, I must tell you the good news that we have never delayed any program. We started on time and we finished on time. And even right now, we continue all the programs through a blended learning platform and engage PIM alumni, local and overseas, for value creation. So Oman became the 3rd destination. We have PIMA UAE, PIMA Doha, Qatar, and we have the passed out group in Oman as well, representing PIM presence in Oman. And these are the executive development programs we run. And you can see late Professor Udita Lienage, my mentor, and who was such an inspiring leader to PIM. And we sadly missing him for the past 6 years. So our publications have a flagship Sri Lankan Journal of Management, the longest surviving pioneering management journal in Sri Lanka, and only Sri Lankan management journal available through EBSCO, host one of the top 3 databases with regard to research in the world. And Professional Manager, targeting the working managers, and we feature always the distinguished alumnus in the front page. And we did justice to the Middle East by featuring Ajanta Premaratna. Of course, we have approached Ajanta Madurapperum, and we have featured Ajanta Madurapperum from Oman as well. So that reminds me, tomorrow we are having a session called Triple Ajantas, featuring Ajanta Premaratna from UAE, Ajanta Madurapperum from your soil, and Ajanta Dharmasiri from Colombo, PIM. And PIM cases in management, first collection of management cases, first of that kind in Sri Lanka. And I'm happy to say that there's a case involving an Omani operation, an academic institution in Oman being featured in this PIM cases in management. So we have done the justice to the learning partners of the 2 previous batches, and their valued contribution, they are further enhanced and included in the first ever annual volume of PIM cases. So our vision is to become a center for management excellence in South Asia. And we work on 5 pillars in our edifice of excellence. 5 pillars consist of teaching, research, partnerships, sustainability, and exemplary governance. We don't use the word good governance, we use the word exemplary governance, transparency, professionalism in action. And our mission is to ignite human imagination by developing leaders with global presence, with local pulse. And when we see how you carry the local roots in reaching to the Middle East, reaching to the world, which gives us immense satisfaction. And you are the real success factors of reaching global level with local pulse, global presence with local pulse. In this endeavor, we pursue innovative teaching, relevant research, enriching partnerships, inspiring sustainability, and exemplary governance, as I mentioned. 5 pillars are represented here. So our values: PIM, passion, integrity, and mindfulness. So we are very passionate in everything we do. We put our heart into action, and we maintain 100% integrity in all our endeavors. And we are conscious about our actions, being mindful. Problem is, some of us are mindful of things, not mindful. So we want to demonstrate mindfulness, awareness, satya, sihiya, samadhi in action. So now, having been able to give the background, now let's talk about PIM's Premier MBA in Oman. I'm sure most of you are interested in knowing the details. So what we have got for you in offer. So it's the Premier MBA, prestigious one. So we are very happy to say that PIM MBA is going global. So we are operating in 6 destinations currently, including Muscat, Oman, and 2 destinations are tapping our doorsteps, Malé, Maldives. We were about to launch it. Due to COVID, it got delayed. And there's another prospect from Middle East, from Asia to Middle East, then go to Africa, to Gaborone in Botswana. So our philosophy is very simple. Wherever there's an intense collection of Sri Lankan professionals who demand, who request, and who are willing to cooperate with PIM to launch PIM MBA, we can replicate the tested and proven lean model in any destination around the world. If you have any such concentrated group of Sri Lankan professionals, we are very much willing to work with you. And I'm sure new director is very keen in further expansion. Thanks to the online mode of delivery, thanks to the available technology, I think we can further expand, even going beyond. So what are the program learning goals? We talk about 5 R's: recognize, reflect, reach, realize, and reinforce. You can download the MBA brochure from the PIM website, www.pim.sjp.ac.lk, where the easy form, where the foldable pages are given in the MBA brochure, where all these things are extensively stated. And we are happy to say that our MBA is in level 10 in the Sri Lankan qualification framework, which comprises of 12 different levels. So the level 11 is MPhil, which is full-time research, and level 12 is PhD. So we are highest with regard to a master's qualification, just below a MPhil. So a level 10. So the problem in the marketplace is that it's flooded with a lot of short-term MBAs, substandard MBAs offered by fly-by-night institutions. The problem is people do not realize that they do not qualify to level 10. And once the Quality Assurance Council is established under UGC, very soon such substandard MBAs will have big problem. So we are very happy that we offer something solid, something sustainable, something significantly different from just other MBAs. And I still remember when I was doing my MBA at PIM, Professor Nanakkara said, when there are fake products around, the authentic product has increasingly higher demand. So we are offering you an authentic product, not a fake product. So the way forward, you need to earn 60 credits for you to qualify. So there are core courses, 18 number. So each course will give you 2 credits. And elective courses 3, you have a choice to select an integrative course, and you have a final research project, which can take different shapes, but the common term is management research project. So altogether, you have to earn 60 credits during your 2-year duration. And we have got the structure. It is broken into 8 different terms. Each term is 3 months. So you see term 1, 3 subjects being offered. And at the end of term 1, you'll have the term examination. And currently we are offering it as a take home. It might be sit down, it might be proctored, it might be online. We can have a variety of choices. And once so each subject is covered within a month. For example, we have planned to start from 1st October, the next batch. So the managing organization module would finish within October. Then in November, we move it into economic analysis. And in the month of December, business communication, and so on and so forth. 1 subject per month, and you would see the sequence: term 1, term 2, term 3, and term 4, which is the first year. So we don't use the term semester. A semester is technically 6 months, which is equivalent to 2 3-month terms. So term 1 and term 2 collectively, you can say first semester of year 1, term 3 and term 4, second semester of year 1. And then we have term 1 of second year, and term 2 of second year, and term 3 and term 4 is entirely for your final project. So you are given full time with regard to 1 term to do your final project, which is a culmination of all what you have learned during the 2-year study period. And then the grading scale, we start our pass mark from 60 and above. And you might wonder why 60? Can't it be 40 like O levels and A levels? Because we pitch at a higher level. We select people with a certain level of professionalism. That's why we conduct selective assessment interviews. And we assume that they have the knowledge, and if someone cannot get marks up to 60, then it's a failure. So we have the grading scale. All these are described in your brochure. You can download from the web, from our PIM website. And this is something interesting. The residential program, perhaps one of the most memorable experience in the MBA. And you can see some of the men appearing like women with all the necessary attires. So it was a lot of fun when they had that drama in, I think we went to Anante. We always go to a 5-star resort outside Colombo to be away from hustle and bustle of Colombo. And we link it to your homecoming, where you take your annual leave and you take your summer leave to come to Sri Lanka. And during that time, we would have your residential program. But we must tell you that COVID has really jeopardized all our plans. So residential program in the near future might not be a reality, but it is on the card. So whenever the new normalcy settles, we will take necessary action, because it's a vital, essential ingredient in your 2-year MBA calendar. And I think Hafiz and Bandula, they are laughing because that's their evening of the residential program. We start with physical activities in the nice serene ambience near the beach. You get your physically vibrant activities, and then you get into intellectual stuff. And during night, you have high spiritual stuff, which gives you synergy and camaraderie, and then have that networking spirit. Okay, Prajna Learning Portal, I would say it could be the most sophisticated learning portal any state sector higher education entities having in Sri Lanka. The word Prajna stands for wisdom in Sanskrit, which contains all your necessary learning needs. It even checks the plagiarism. It is there's a anti-plagiarism software embedded. Turn it in, and it gives you all the necessary things, even the video recordings. Now these days we conduct online sessions, and when we have online delivery to a combined batch, all the recordings will be available for future use. So Prajna portal will be a very practical source that we would offer. So I still remember with the beautiful memories, the inauguration of first batch in 2017. I have a personal happiness because when I took over 7 years ago as acting director, UAE program was running and it was defunct. And there was a Qatar 1 batch, which is also defunct. So when we collectively resurrected UAE and Qatar, it was like continuation. But my first contribution was to introduce a virgin territory, which is Oman. So inauguration of first batch in 2017, you can see the participants and embassy representative and well-wishers and genuine contributors, those who, including Mr. and Mrs. Samson Pereira. And we can see Mr. Deepal Rajaguru, then PIMA president of UAE, because UAE played PIMA UAE played a key role in launching MBA in Oman. And you can see your friends in the back. And Hafiz is also there somewhere. Yes. Yes. Okay. And then we have the next inauguration, second batch. Again, you can see the vibrancy. I still smell the flavor of Alpha Large Hotel. I still smell the new flavor of the newly opened airport in Oman, Muscat. And ironically, my last visit before the lockdown, the prolonged lockdown and the COVID pandemic struck was to Oman. So memories, probably golden memories. Not sure whether we would have that physical interaction in the near future, but at least some memories. Okay, so begin with the bright end in mind. As Hafiz mentioned at the very beginning, it's a way of visualizing and making the vision a reality. Dare to dream, dare to endeavor, and dare to act in making the dream a reality. Begin with the bright end in mind. That's my humble invitation to all the aspiring MBA partners, the learning partners, the future prospects begin with the bright in mind. It is not just having a qualification, it will give you a transformational experience. I still remember Hafiz was pestering me to have a PhD program or a DBA program. His concern was what next? Because there was a vacuum when they finished the MBA, because it really changed their mindset, because they used their leisure time to study. When the study time was over, then they had nothing else to do. I remember telling them, you came here to earn, and we provided you an opportunity to learn. And now the invitation is earn, learn, and return. Do something for the country. So we want your valuable input back. We want your expertise back. At the same time, you are helping the Oman to develop. And I'm very proud that we empowered, we upskilled Sri Lankan professionals who are contributing to the well-being of Oman, being a very friendly country. In fact, I must confess, my favorite country in the Middle East is Oman, and not because my father worked there as a teacher a long time ago, but I had a liking because I like the humble nature of even Omanis. I never imagined going to Saudi Arabia and a Saudi carrying my bag and going in front of me as a driver, but it happens in Oman. That shows the humbleness of Omani nationals. So, so my invitation is to all aspiring MBAs, begin with the bright end in mind. I hope this is not your mindset right now, but if you have any questions, we have an eminent panel, as our new director very correctly mentioned. They will answer all your questions. They will clarify all your doubts. So one final thought, the difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing. So what we do might be here, what we are capable of doing might be here. This gap can be fulfilled by unleashing your potential. And that would be suffice to solve most of the world's problems. So said Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So we would help you to unleash your potential in bringing out the leader in you, in breeding you as a future leader, in order to ensure that you get the right knowledge, right skills, right attitude, competency enhancement, right competence with right confidence in action. So thank you very much. The floor is now open. So let me hand over back to Bandula for the next set of actions.
Thank you, Professor. That was a beautiful presentation with a lot of details, a lot of contents for easily for someone to take a decision. Next in line is a presentation, is a video from PIM. So let's have a look at it.
The entire experience develops you into a professional that can handle stress as well as so many other aspects in life in a much subtle and a positive manner. You become that.
What PIM does is to get students to increase their capacity to have that overall view.
PIM has actually empowered me to face management challenges more effectively.
It's an entire package of experience.
I got powerful knowledge that makes me innovative.
I've gained the managerial skills that I've always wanted.
This experience has made me more confident to become a more people-oriented person.
Thanks to PIM, I have gained the confidence in becoming an inspirational leader.
Basically, when it comes to public sector decision making, it is very important that the improvement of people management skills.
It's knowledge that can be absorbed and applied in any field, whether you are going out on your own or being part of a large firm. At PIM, it's about imparting the right kind of knowledge.
and also to go up in the corporate ladder and the academic ladder. So in short, in this competitive market today, I strongly recommend PIM MBA for any aspirant leader.
So most of them have really worked in the industry. They have practical experience of how to do things. So I thought, well, probably I'll just give it a shot at PIM, but I did get different ideas from people because they said it's very regimental, there's stringent discipline at PIM, and it's going to be extremely challenging.
PIM infuses into you a lot of confidence, which is very much vital in whatever entrepreneurial decision. Because you might have the greatest idea, but if you do not act upon it, nothing would happen.
Helped us debate a lot of ideas and therefore shaped thinking of how do you take an idea to the marketplace? How do you take an idea from an internal culture perspective, organizational perspective, market perspective? It sort of helped put things together.
Because the panel of lecturers are so balanced and so experienced, they cover a lot of things that is really help, like it's like icing on the cake.
My vision was all about always doing something for Sri Lanka and to make an impact in my country. So I think if you want to make an impact in your country, I think I can't recommend another MBA any better.
So the education, the management knowledge, theoretical knowledge that I received during my university time,
now I'm privileged and happy to be associated with the faculty of PIM.
And take advantage of the opportunity, and at the same time, it has helped me to make informed decisions.
You need to ensure that you unleash your true potential to change this environment, to be that change. Rise up, it's time to take on the lead and to change our ways of life. Rise up, no matter what the others say, how hard they pull you down. Rise up to bring out the best potential of ourselves and to start believing in ourselves, to be that difference.
PIM practices 3 key values: passion, integrity, and mindfulness. We are very passionate in everything we do. We put our heart and soul into our actions. And we maintain highest form of integrity. And we are transparent in all our dealings. And we want to promote exemplary governance. And we are mindful in every action, every endeavor. We think future belongs to those who create it. And we are in the business of creating the future. Postgraduate Institute of Management, the nation's management mentor, will become a center of management excellence in South Asia.
Thank you, and hope you enjoyed that video. So now it's your time, the Q&A time, the question and answer time. The floor is open to you. Anyone who wish to ask any questions to clarify your doubts, this is your time. I would strongly recommend you to make use of this time to get your doubts clarified through the panel that we have. So let's see who's going to shoot the first question. There are no questions posted in the chat box so far. So until
Bandula, can I throw one question?
Yes, please.
On behalf of the PIM
Please, yes.
members. Thank you very much. There are few questions from some prospective learning partners. Now, since we are going online with the degree, how will the degree portray in the certificate, whether it will say as online or whether it will be a general way that it is given, the degree certificate?
I think mode of delivery we are not going to mention in the certificate. So it's only the mode of delivery. So we will be mentioning that as the same as the normal certificate, what you are getting as a physical program.
Thank you very much.
So I think Mujib has a question. Mujib, do you mind asking a question from the panel, please?
Yeah, I already typed the questions. My question is, the management research project this year will offer? Hello?
Dr. Trevo?
Yeah, management research project this year will offer?
Yes, that is as the final project, which has 15 credits. So we will give you about 6 options, and all options are considered as research projects. But that is at the end of the MBA.
Okay. But I heard from my colleagues last 2 batches, they did not received offer as management research project. They received other 3 options: management skill project and entrepreneurship skill project, and also management field study project.
Yes, but as per the new, still those options are there, and also as per the new quality assurance standards introduced by the UGC, all these final projects are considered as research projects and all carry 15 credits. And thank you.
Thank you, Mujib.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Badula, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is actually a friend of mine inquired when we said this program is there today. He just, but he could not join, but he inquired from me. Now, see, when we were doing the MBA 2017 batch, there was examinations was on classroom examinations were there. I mean, examination officer used to come from Sri Lanka, and it is a top class examination, and we didn't cry to show them, but it was a very tough one. So with this online environment, how is this quality is getting diluted, or how this PIM is going to address this matter, because with this COVID environment?
Shall I answer that? Yes, now we have not compromised our quality because we have been maintaining our quality, and quality is one of our competitive advantages. Having said that, due to the circumstances of COVID, we have introduced take-home exam system, but subject to some very strict conditions. The time given is about 3.5 hours from this term, as well as it is subject to similarity index. So they have to maintain the similarity index, and if it exceeds that similarity index, they'll have to redo the exam. And if it is less than, or if it is within the accepted threshold, we will accept that exam answers. And also the exams are now, we have introduced the second marking scheme. So the papers and the answer scripts will be sent to a second marker. So therefore, we have introduced certain new mechanisms not to compromise the quality and to maintain the same standards even for our exams. On top of that, we also test the knowledge, application of knowledge, and retention of knowledge through our exams. And assignments are designed to improve their skills. So this is how we give the total competence or competencies for our students.
Thank you, Dr. Trev.
Thank you, Doctor.
Bandula, I would like to ask a question, if you may.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the question is basically, when we were doing the MBA, there used to be individual assignments and group assignments. So will the same concept be there with this blended learning or the online learning program as well?
Yes. Individual assignment is there. In fact, for the individual assignment, we give more marks, and group assignment is also there. For that also we give a certain amount of marks, but lesser than the individual assignment mark. And on top of those two, we conduct the exam as well. So all assessment criteria, all mechanisms are there and they are in force.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. There's another question posted by Mohammed Mansoor. What about the lecture timetable? So he's basically asking about the timing of the lectures.
That was explained by Professor Janta. As we mentioned earlier, it is going to be one subject will offer for 1 month period. So once you complete the first subject, the second month you are going for the second subject, and the third month you are going for the third subject. After finishing the term, you will be sitting for the 3 examinations.
Every Friday and Saturday there will be lectures, online lectures from 6 to 8:30 p.m. In the evening, Sri Lanka time. So there will be approximately 30 hours of interactive sessions per subject.
Hello, I'm Johan Fernando. Shall I ask a question, please?
Yes, Johan, please.
Yes. So is this for professionals only, or any business owners can do the MBA program, or what are the other entry requirements for the program?
We have a list of professional qualifications accepted. So anybody can apply. After the interview, we decide whether the candidate is eligible or not. There are about 20 qualifications we have accepted, like ACMA, ACA, CIM UK. That list is displayed in our website.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, and I think Ziad have a question.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you, Bandula. Thank you, professors and doctors. I have a small question now. Okay, because of the COVID travel restrictions, is that we are now going online. Even Oman, they are easing the travel procedures. So if travel procedures are eased, can we expect faculty to come to Oman for lecture? Is there a plan as such when traveling is eased that we will have physical classes?
Or Professor, can you answer that question?
Mike.
Professor, you're on mute.
So you have to unmute your mic.
Unmute the mic. Mic should be unmuted.
Have a technical issue with Professor.
Professor, your mic is unmute. Need to unmute.
Okay. Right.
Not yet. So shall we read the answer?
Yeah. Okay. About 20%. Can I answer?
Yeah. No problem.
Yes. About 20% of sessions will be conducted in Oman. Basically, there's some subjects like business strategy, integrative courses in management. So we'll be coming to Oman. Depending on the situation, if situation becomes normal, there will be few lectures we conduct in Oman in the near future.
We have originally planned to have 80% of Zoom lectures because the current situation, considering the current situation, it may be at least another 1 year or 1.5 years will take this sort out all these problems. So the later stage, we will be coming to Oman to conduct our final lectures.
Okay.
Sorry, my screen got frozen, so I could not unmute. So I think the answer was clearly given by Mr. Anapura. So that is it.
Professor, any more questions?
Thank you.
Any more questions to the panel, please? Yep. So looks like that's the end of the questions. So we have come to the end of a very useful session. I will now invite Mr. Dimuthu Udugambala to deliver the vote of thanks. Dimuthu, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bandula, and all the learning partners. Actually, after seeing the first video, I think my mind went 2.5 years back in life. What a great achievement that we have done with the PIM. First of all, would like to thank PIM, Postgraduate Institute of Management, for giving us this opportunity. All the members there giving us this opportunity to shine in our lives. So thank you, PIM, for all the support that you all have given to us to make us better citizens in the country that we live. And we have been very competitive in our CVs in Sri Lanka as well, if you see, thanks to PIM. So we like to thank PIM for the wonderful opportunity given to us. Then we like to thank Dr. Kalum Gamage, our new director, PIM. We hope very soon to meet him in Oman. The new batches will have the opportunity to meet him. So we would like to welcome him as the new director of PIM. And thank you for joining today's session, Dr. Kalum Gamage. It's a privilege to PIMA Oman chapter. You are joining with us on our invitation. Thank you so much. Next gentleman, Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri, as Bandula earlier said, our guru, and more words can be added to Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri, who has been pioneering since 2016 to bring this PIM MBA to Oman. Thank you, Professor, for all the insights and all the advices. And you've been our second father, like our guru, like you did a lot of things to develop ourselves. Today we stand very strong because of your leadership at that time, and right till today you have not given up on us. We can see the videos that you sent to us to read, learn, and everything. So we thank you again for all the support given to us and for joining today's session. Thank you, Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri, for this wonderful effort. Dr. Trevor Mendes, Head of Academic Affairs, PIM, who took us to the world of research and beautiful stories of HNB and all that, banking stories. We thoroughly enjoyed all this, and I hope the new batches coming in will learn a lot from you. Wonderful sessions done by you. And thank you very much for joining for today's session. It's a privilege to see a person like us joining on our invitation. Our lecturer, Mr. Asanga Ranasinghe, who came for many times to Oman. I think he did the most subjects during our time. And unfortunately, the new batch was not been able to see his presence in Oman. But thank you, Mr. Asanga Ranasinghe, for all the insights and all the support given to us and currently giving to the PIM batches in Oman. Thank you very much for all your insights given to us. Mr. Jayantha Newunhalla, who was there with us, thank you very much for joining for today's session and giving all the support. You've been a great pillar sorting out all the technical issues for PIM for this Oman batch, and I know that you will continue to do that. Thank you very much for all your support and joining today's. And another pillar, Mr. Jayantha Ranapura, our Senior Assistant Registrar, PIM. Mr. Jayantha has been a wonderful support even for today's session. Thank you for joining and for the past support also given to the PIM Oman chapter. It's been a wonderful effort that you have done. You have been tolerating us very well, and I'm sure the new batches are also experiencing the same. And whoever going to join, Mr. Jayantha will be the correct person to interact. So thank you very much, Mr. Jayantha Ranapura, for all your support. Not forgetting PIMA Sri Lanka, not forgetting PIMA UAE for all the support given to us, and not forgetting Mr. Anselm Pereira and BPOS for all the support given to PIMA Oman chapter. Thank you very much. And Mr. Ajanta Madhurapperuma. Thank you very much, Mr. Ajanta, for all the support you have given and advices given to establish this chapter in Oman and our Alphalaj Hotel. I'm not sure the current batch has the opportunity, but we thoroughly enjoyed, and thank you very much, Alphalaj, for support for the previous batches given. And I think if I missed anybody on behalf of PIMA Oman chapter, sorry about it. Thank you very much, everybody. We have come to the end of the session. Thank you very much for joining on PIMA Oman chapter's invitation. We have come to the end of the session. We'll end the session from here. Thank you very much again, everybody, for joining for the session. Have a very good evening and be safe. Take care of yourself. Thank you.
Dimuthu, thanks for those.
Thank you for organizing.
Just,
Thank you very much.
yeah, just to add one more name there. There's one gentleman who has been working behind the scene, Mr. Saman Manura from PIM. He has been very supportive technologically. So we have been in touch since 5 p.m. testing all the systems to make sure that we don't have any roadblocks during this session. So thanks a lot, Saman, for your contribution. And thanks all once again for joining this webinar. And let's meet in another webinar in time to come. So good night and have a nice weekend.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.